Sorry about that. My laptop literally just died on me, and it took me a few seconds to realize, like, oh, everything I've been talking about for the past few minutes is just, didn't record. Nothing recorded. Okay. So, as I was saying before, I thought you would notice, just make sure you're going in, like, the same way with your strokes, and it's okay to go to the side. Just make sure you overlap them so there's less likely to be white. Yeah. Yep, so just be very careful to stay within the lines. Man, I'm trying to think of, like, what else to talk about, but I don't know. Yeah, so you guys might have heard this, but I don't know when the video cut out exactly. And I kind of just, was like, okay, let's just keep going. So my friend actually broke his headphones and then, fixed them using lots of, other cords. Probably wasn't the safest thing, but he was like, I will watch your first video with or without headphones. Like, that's how dedicated I am to it. I was like, dang. Because first video, which most people probably wouldn't watch, was an hour and 16 minutes. The first bookmark I did, which was much smaller. Here's the end result. So it's kind of hard to see on screen, but there's actually little bricks in it. And it's a very simplistic design. I kind of like that, because the main focus, in my opinion, should be the words. And then for this one, yes, it's the letters again, but it's actually also, I wanted to include the Minotaur horn as well as Riptide, because those are very important items in the first book. And then obviously you must have, I like having the background thing. So, in the first one, it's the red pyramid, even though it's yellow, thanks to the coloring of the cover of the book. And then for this one, I'm actually going to put in shadows and make it kind of purple to dark blue, so hopefully you'll be able to see the difference between the Minotaur horn and the background. Yeah. So this one's a little more busy than the other one, but there's more in it, I guess, that I wanted to focus on. Yep, and then as you can see, I actually forgot a line in inking, so once my other ink dries, I'm going to go back in and touch it up. Yeah, where it's this should be that, or this should be that color. So when it dries, just go back and fix it. So, yep. Yep, almost done with the letters. Yep. Yeah, but if you guys are curious about anything, just ask questions in the comments below, and then in another video I'll try my best to answer them. Because, why not? That sounds like fun. I think that would be cool, because then I'll less likely forget, run out of things to say, and if I can just have a little, list, be oh yeah, there's this and that, and then they'll probably bounce to something else, which is what I like to do. I like to bounce. Don't know why, but I do. Cool. kind of making a little barrier around with the color so that I don't accidentally go in and ruin my riptide. Because I actually really enjoyed trying it. And yes, it's not perfect to the book, but got close. Yep, and then just, oh, yeah, I really like this as the background. It might be smart to use fine tip to go into every little crevice, because it's kind of hard with my thick tip Sharpie. Not impossible, but really difficult. But yeah. Yep. Yep, so obviously this background is a little bigger than the other one, so it might take longer to actually color it in. So if you want to just skip this part, you can, or you can just put it ×2 to still listen to the ramblings, but get through it faster. Yep, definitely just like tap. Like basically make little dots with the Sharpie that will bleed together to make the full picture for really tiny errors. It is very tedious, but it is much harder to ink what you don't want to ink if you do that. And I should know, because I've done quite a few projects where I've literally only had my Sharpies as my colors, because I prefer markers over colored pencils, where it's like, the colored pencils are so great. Constantly have to sharpen them, which is fine, I just never liked that. Yep. So, I definitely prefer Sharpies over colored pencils. Yep, so for the inside, make sure to do the color for isn't very easy, but just do that. There you go. So in between each one, just use that technique of the dotting, and it will be helpful. It will definitely take more time. Yeah, probably the shortest of videos will be my inking videos versus like the coloring videos. Yeah, I didn't realize that I'd have to be using the dotting technique in this one. But hey, I mean, it will make such a better make it look much better than not. So, yep. Obviously, these do take patience if you ever do want to do them. But if you're dedicated, then they will get done. Yep. Oops. Just realized that E is supposed to be purple. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh no. This was all supposed to be purple instead of dark blue. Oh no. Probably should have colored in that one first so I could see the... Yeah, I'm gonna start doing the purple for this then. And who knows, maybe it'll look better to have a blend of both the colors. But I'm gonna let it dry a sec before I do that. Ugh, I feel like such a noob. I just wasn't paying attention and forgot that I have the actual Empire State Building in the background. Oh well. Everyone makes mistakes. Yep. Though I might not have to do that at all. Yeah, it does look slightly darker, but it's almost can't even tell. Yay, because sometimes you can just fix a mistake like that, but sometimes it's not so easy. Ugh. Yeah, I've also noticed that I don't tend to do things the same way each time, because I know for the repair pyramid, I cut it out first versus this one I'm not, but it's like steps like that that you can actually like rearrange and it's fine. Yeah, that's... Oh no. Words fail. Such a sad song. Ugh. Yep, as we do, I'm realizing more of like the inking where it didn't quite mix, and I'm like, nope, I'm grabbing you as I see you, as I catch you. Whew. Yeah, didn't realize how tedious this would be, but at the same time, I guess I love doing tedious things for whatever reason. Just give me a couple hours, I will do it. It will be done. Except if it's doing shopping. I actually hate shopping. Like, love and hate it. So it's fun to get new things, but like trying to find something when you have something very specific in mind can be very hard, especially when everything's like, no, buy me, buy me, buy me. Even online, when you're like, okay, Amazon, help me. And then it's like, okay, you have this option, and you're just like, I just wanted this. But clearly not. So, yeah. Yep, so I can literally spend hours online or in a store just trying to find what I want and then still not finding it. And that can be so frustrating because you're just like, no, I just want this one thing. I just want this specific bag that allowed me to do this, and this. And you're like, but that bag doesn't exist. Great. Also, now that I think about it, as I'm smelling Sharpie, make sure you're in a well-insulated place. I'm right by my window, so that helps. But it's like, oh yeah, like, don't smell the fumes forever. Whew. Cool. Now I can't mess it up anymore. Yeah, it's like barely noticeable, the slight discoloration, and since it's in a corner, that helps. It means it's less likely to be noticed, which is like, yay. Yeah, it was probably a smart idea to split the videos. Though, for people who can actually, like, watch something that long like this, then kudos to you, because not everyone can. Because I think as a society, our just attention spans are like, nope. I can watch this for maybe X amount of time before I'm like, I'm done. Whew. No. Yep. I don't know if you guys heard this song, but it's called My R, and I actually love this song a lot, especially when there's animatics to it, because it's just so sweet at the end, because most people are like, nope, they get saved at the last moment by someone, and you're just like, oh, so cute, but then at the same time, it's so sad, like, that someone got pushed that far, and it took for them to jump before someone else, was able to intervene, because it's really sad, and it actually happens in real life, and it's just like, makes, like, it just pulls at the heartstrings for me, where I'm just like, I'm glad that they're safe, but so sad that it got pushed so far. Whew, only half one to go. And then it will be done. Then it's cut out putting the tape on, which since it's bigger will probably have a line on it where the tape has to overlap. Oh well. It'll just make it sturdier and make sure it doesn't get killed as soon as it touches water. Yep, but like I've literally made bracelets with little charms on them, and then the charms have actually gotten wet when I'm washing my hands, and then like all of that work is just like, nope. Yeah, I don't know why I like listening to sad songs. Maybe it's because they give me emotion without the devastating emotion I feel all the time when I'm actually feeling sad. Because for me, I definitely am like a roller coaster, where it's like I can feel happy, sad, angry all the time, like all at once, and yet all not at once. Like I'll just bounce. And it's like, okay, that's fantastic. So having songs like these, it's like, okay, I can feel sympathy and sadness, but not so overwhelming that I want to do something drastic. Yep, and it doesn't help that I actually learned recently that due to this disease I have, my emotions will constantly be roller coastering. I can be irritated, angry, fine, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Thankfully, I am taking measures to help fix that, but it will take a good year or two until I'm almost all the way done with all the symptoms, and that's only one of the symptoms, and it's like, that's great. But, you know, I'm just glad that we figured it out and I can just continue functioning. So, yeah. Yep, I'm actually really glad that I can continue to do stuff like this, even with my disease, because I find this fun. Versus my sister, she actually has the same condition, and she teaches, and so she's on her feet a lot, and one of the things that's with our condition is we get tired out very easily. So she honestly just shoulders it and goes. But it's still like unhelpful versus like with making videos like this. I'm just sitting, which is helpful. So helpful. Yep. And if you want to know what the actual condition is, it's called fibromyalgia. So yeah, it can be a genetic thing, and it's not contagious at all. But it can get, like, most people don't get fibromyalgia until they're about 40. I got mine at 20, and it can actually get triggered earlier if due to stress. And my stress was actually school, which is a little frustrating because it's like something in the US we have to do till, you know, we're X amount, like, you know, we're this old. And it's like, so something I have to do caused me to have chronic pain for the rest of my life, chronic fatigue, and jumping emotions. But I'm slowly beginning to accept it. I've had quite a few meltdowns where it's like, nope, I just wish I didn't have this. I wish I could just be a normal human. Because with the medicine that I'm taking to get better, I actually can't eat a lot of foods anymore, as well as I actually can't touch certain products because there is something in them that can block my medicine. Which some people are like, what? And it's like, yeah, so that's actually why I'm wearing long sleeves. I've actually gotten used to wearing long sleeves so I don't have to touch people and, block it. Which, it's not the end of the world if I block it, but if you continually block it, then it's harder to get better. And unfortunately, it's been one of our hottest summers here. So when I go to work, I'm outside for at least 2 hours in the hot sun. I actually can't wear sunscreen because most sunscreens, they have products in them that, will block the medicine. And then I actually did find one that I could use, and later I saw on the label, it's like, may cause cancer. And I was like, I ain't using that no more. So I just wear long sleeves and just, continue. Sometimes I do get really hot, but it's like feel better with mild discomfort or don't feel better and try to function. So, yeah, that might have been a Debbie Downer. Sorry about that. But it's kind of nice to just be like, yep, I'm accepting it. Yep, I really hope you can see the Minotaur horn when it's all black. Because it's such a dark blue. But, yeah. Yikes, almost half an hour. Well, I guess this one is much more complicated than the Red Pyramid, as well as bigger. Yep, I think I'll probably just leave it at coloring. I could always show you how to, use the tape, but I showed that in the first one. And if you guys want me to show you how to do that again with a different video, I could show you how to make the keychain as well with the tape. You just have to ask in the comments below. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for sticking around for this one if you're still there. It's almost done. I'm actually really proud and happy. I think it turned out better than I thought. Even though my L is kind of bugging me where I'm like, you probably could have more points like here and there and blah blah blah. But, yep. We live, we learn, we fight. Kind of taking on that mantra. Yeah, and even I don't know the full extent of what, fibromyalgia mean. Actually, most doctors actually don't even believe that it exists. They're like, nope. It's something is all just phantom pain, and it's not actually real. It's all in your head, and you're like, gee, guys, thanks. I'm in pain all the time, and you think it's just in my head. Awesome. But some doctors do believe that it's real, which is helpful, because then you can be like, yay, I can function, and they give you ways to, do better. Yep, but depending on how long you have it, the longer it will take to get better. And so for me, it will take me about 2 to 3 years to get completely better and function like a normal human. Some people, it takes longer, up to 6 years, because I've had it longer before they found out what it was. And then, interestingly enough, the symptoms you've had the longest will actually take the longest to heal. So for me, I actually have, what's it called? sensory integration disorder, which is part of it. We learned. I was like, great. And it just means like just touching things can just be really, like, not necessarily touching things, but just like, I can just get overwhelmed really easily, especially with tactile things. So, like, certain fabrics can just kill me, or like trying on clothes I now hate more than ever, because trying on those different clothes, my brain's just like, this is too much, like, too much just touch. And so that will be one of the longest symptoms that it'll take to go away, because I've had that one since like 2. It's like, that's great. But yep, hopefully that one will go away eventually, because that'd be nice. Because it's somewhat frustrating to get overwhelmed from simply doing things that other people can do so easily. And you're just like, seriously? So like, I actually bought long sleeve t-shirts for working the summer. And I tried on like 20, and by the end of it I was like, I don't want to touch anything. I want to put on, actually it's this hoodie I love. It would cost like $40, but it's like a super soft hoodie that I got, and I absolutely love it because it's soft and doesn't make my skin like, basically my skin crawls when it's just over the top of I'm going to die when it's overwhelmed. And I just want to like curl in a little ball and just do nothing ever again. But like having certain articles of clothing can really help with that. Like I've definitely learned it's comfort over fashion. But if it can do both, if I can be fashionable and comfortable, then I say that's a win-win. Because like, yes, I want to look cute like any other person. But it's like, what's the cutoff? Like, if I look cute, am I going to be in more pain? And being in a lot of pain is no fun for anyone. Yep. And like, some people don't get it and probably never will, and I don't really blame them. I didn't even know this disease existed until my sister got it. And then I got it. And then it was like, oh, this is real. Oh. So, yep. Okay, cool. Almost done. It's literally just the hello tape. The severed Montecore, wrong word. Half bull, half man, Montecore. I cannot think of the term. My brain is only giving me Montecore, and I'm like, no, incorrect. Minotaur horn. Which, yeah, it's a little hard to see against the, no, actually, I think that looks great. Yay. There we go. And then finally, doing the sword. So, gonna check my colors. So I think I'm gonna do like a goldish. And then just probably a bronze for the handle. And then brown leather for the actual grip. Okay, so let me find my golds. And I'll see which gold I like better. There we go. I don't like how my metallics don't tell me which color they are. It would be so much easier if they did. Oh, and then I need my bronze, and then had a second. Where? Oh, and then I can grab my brown. Then where's my second bronze? Metallic. Not that one. Oh, okay, right. Cool. Yep, and then test out your colors. See which one you want. That one looks more runny. Yep, I think it'd be better to do these 2 colors because they look close but not quite. And then brown. might just use my fine tip because I have 2 browns, and so depending on which one I like better, I'll use. Yeah, probably should have figured out my color scheme before. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yep, we're almost done. Almost 35 minutes. Eee. Yep, and then this one you gotta be especially careful not to get the back outline. Yeah, so when it dries, I'll probably go over it with the black line again. Yep, because as you can tell, as I'm doing this one, the line is just kind of disappearing, but that's just the style of the Sharpie I'm using, so. So, when it dries, I'm gonna go over the lines to make it look better, but I think this video has gone long enough, and then obviously it's just simple simple cutting it out and taping it, which you saw in my last video, but if you want me to go over that again, I can do that as another one. Just let me know down in the comments below. Okay, bye!